So in this video, I'm going to do a little inverter testing. This is the Junbpaw, the Junbpaw LGE 3080 Ti pure sine wave inverter. I'm just going to show you everything you get with it when you get one of these in. So it came just like this in a small box. It has a remote. It's got a Cat 5 cable. It's got some connectors here. It did not come with wires, so it does not have wire setup. So you're going to have to supply your own. You probably want to get a good 2-gauge wire for that. I already took these off, and I've got me a Sarah battery that I'm going to hook it up for and show y'all on this thing working. Now the rated power, here's all the manual. It covers there. It comes in a wide variety of sizes, by the way, but this one goes all the way up to surge power, 9,000 watts of surge power, 3,080, which I will put that to the test because I have several tools over here, and it will go 12, 24, and 48, depends on whatever your setup is. The actual power coming out of this is 100. It goes anywhere from 100 volts to 120 VAC volts. Has some safety shutoffs and some setups, but you know what? We don't need to go over any more of that, everybody. Let's go ahead, let's set this thing up, let's get it going. I will use their little battery remote control, their little inverter remote right here. Just plugs in the back. You'll run this wire, which comes in very handy if you're doing kind of an off-grid setup somewhere. So let me grab some cables, let's hook this thing up and let's get to testing. Okay, so I just set it all up. I've got my battery connected here. There's two settings on here. There's a remote setting all the way down and a on all the way up. You can see that turns it all the way on, but we'll turn it all the way down. Now that in theory, our remote should work. Let's see what happens when I turn the remote on. Wow, I really like this remote. It gives me the voltage of the battery. It's probably hard to see it in the camera there. It's 13.1 volts on the battery, which is 110 volts coming out of there. And the AC is 110 coming out of there. And now this battery has an app with it, so I'll be able to tell how many volts is coming out of this battery too, how many watts is being pulled out of the battery. So just staying like this, we are at 13.1 on the battery, no amperage coming out. Right away, let's go ahead and let's hit it with this one right here. We've only got 2 outlets on this one, everybody. So we're gonna hit it with this and see what we're at. I really like that. The wattage, they're saying this is 300 watts of power coming out of there. The battery says it's 288, 243. Now this one can go up to about 2,000. There's the heat gun right there. Let me move you guys over some. Set the heat gun right there, put it on high. 1,205. The fans just kicked on. Almost 1,400 on here. The battery temp's up to 75. Discharging. 100 amps is coming out of there. That's a lot. Now let's hit this right here. Let's see what it gets up to. 1,500 watts being pulled out of this. Yeah, 1,700 on this one. I just faulted it. That was a lot of power being pulled out of there, everybody. I think it's the battery and not really the inverter. So I did shut it off, but I think I'm pulling too much out of this battery. Turn it back on. All you gotta do is turn it off and turn it back on and it goes right back to it. If it can push a heat gun and this drill at the same time, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, here's my suggestion, because right now we're hitting well over 2,000 watts of pretty hardcore power, but I think our amperage is really high when I do this, when I'm running a heater. There's the grinder, there's the drill. That's 1,000 watts of power coming out of there, and I don't see any issues with it holding that at all. And I really like the feature of having this remote right there, and as soon as I go off, it shuts right back off. Looking over the back here, you've got the on and off, you've got the USB 2 amp coming out, and you've got your power indicator light. Now right here, you can actually wire it up for like a conduit cable. So I like that feature too. So if you're gonna wire up an outlet, you can just wire it right there, then wire up an outlet or a socket or something like that. And on this side, you've got 2 fans and your covers go on right there. I didn't put the covers on but just for the purpose of this video. I just wanted to show y'all this thing working. This is something I definitely would recommend for anyone that's just wanting to do a good kind of off-grid solar setup and have it, whether it's in an RV or in a shed or a house or something like that. Oh, they give you little rubber feet right there. So yeah, there it is, everybody. That's all I got on the Junbpaw, you know, with remote. See you on the next video.